Back in 2004, NCSoft published an MMO called City of Heroes. While it never saw the massive subscription numbers that World of Warcraft enjoyed, it was successful enough to prove that there was a market for superhero MMOs. So in 2008, Sony Online Entertainment announced their entry into the subgenre with DC Universe Online. This was a studio that had achieved prior success in the form of EverQuest, and now it had the DC Comics license, not only to tempt PC gamers, but PlayStation 3 gamers as well. It was a recipe for success when the game launched as a subscription-based title in 2011, but the revenue SOE expected never materialized. The game went free-to-play less than a year later, and it's been making money through microtransactions only ever since. On the plus side, DC Universe Online features some great voice acting. It's packed full of as many characters from the DC universe as possible. As a hero, you can be mentored by Superman, voiced by Adam Baldwin, Batman, voiced by Kevin Conroy, or Wonder Woman, who used to be voiced by Gina Torres, but she got redubbed for some reason. On the villain side, there's Lex Luthor, voiced by James Marsters, the Joker, voiced by Mark Hamill, and Cersei, voiced by Michelle Forbes while she was eating a large ham.
Wonder Woman claims to champion the gods? She will soon bow to me, Cersei!
Missions from these characters put you in contact with a bunch of their acquaintances, including the Titans, the Rogues Gallery of Gotham City supervillains. There's even a mention of Crypto the Superdog. Another nice feature of DC Online is that there's more to basic combat than pressing the 1 key to spam your weakest attack over and over again. Your choice of weapon comes with its own unique skill tree that requires you to learn combos that mix strong and weak attacks to maximize your damage. This means that 2 characters with the same superpowers will still have a different playstyle, if one is a brawler and the other uses an assault rifle. But no matter what kind of character you're playing, you can be very effective against mobs just by learning your weapon skills and using them well. On the downside, the maximum level for this game is 30. There are only 5 tiers of superpowers, and 6 quick slots for said powers. This means that the choices for character builds are extremely limited, and they'll get old fast. The separate skill tree for your primary weapon makes up for this to a degree, but the most powerful weapon combos will be unlocked around the same time as your most powerful superpowers. The result is that you'll see your stats increase, but your character will have all their strongest attacks by level 16. After that, you'll find yourself hitting max level quickly, and resigning yourself to the endgame grind of group missions for loot in order to increase your combat rating. Admittedly, it's a robust endgame grind, but it's an endgame grind nonetheless. But how does this game play as a free-to-play game? One of the best features of this game is still going to be available to you at no cost: the wide variety of character appearance options that are available for you to mess around with. Since this is a superhero game, costumes and costume changes are important, and if you like playing around with your character's look, get ready to spend a lot of time with this feature. While most games force you to stick with the appearance of the gear you have equipped, DC Universe Online saves a copy of every garment your character has ever tried on, and they put it conveniently in your Style tab. These costume pieces will always be in the chosen color palette for your character, and you can change your outfit whenever you want. Did you get a Greco-Roman chest plate as a gift from the Amazons, and you want to wear it with those demonic pants you stole from the Cult of Trigon? Go right ahead. Put those pants on in the middle of a fight if you really want to. Then paint your chest plate pink, and put your pants on orange, because DC Universe doesn't care. On the downside as a free-to-play gamer, there are ridiculous economy restrictions. As a free-to-play player, you are only allowed to carry $1,500, and you can't put extra cash in your bank. Instead, any cash you pick up in excess of $1,500 goes in your character's escrow, and you can only access that if you pay a microtransaction. By the time you hit level 10, you will already be hitting that cap, so you'll be hunting for things to spend money on. Unfortunately, you won't be able to find anything in the auction house that cheap, and many items that you could use for endgame crafting are going to be priced above $1,500 as well. So apart from spending money to repair gear, a completely arbitrary expense, that money is going to be useless when you take the time to buy every single costume piece and have everything you want to mess around with in your style tab. The other disappointing restriction worth mentioning is that you're limited to 2 characters if you're free to play. So unless you want to create multiple accounts, you better be prepared to delete a lot of heroes if you want to create alts and mess around with new character concepts. But overall, free-to-play gamers aren't terribly limited in DC Universe Online. You're effectively unable to use the auction house, or the advanced crafting features which can help you out in the endgame, but raids will give you decent loot, as well as an unrestricted premium currency called marks to buy high-level gear. The biggest thing you will miss out on are the extra powers from the DLC packs, such as the Rage and Light powers that are based on the Lantern Core. But with only 30 levels worth of powers, this really isn't a big loss. Most of the bonuses for subscribers are ultimately cosmetic. They do offer some small benefits, but you can do without them. The end result is you don't feel nerfed as a free-to-play gamer in this title, and that's a rare, very enjoyable feeling.